Hello everybody, welcome to the second episode of my betting streams. We started off the other day with some South American early morning, AM, like 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And today we are going to look at 2 or 3 European games. We've got an Israeli game, Hapoel Holon and Hapoel Eilat. We've got KK Vasak and BC Mega BMAX. And we've also got Transylvania and Stau from Romania? Maybe? Yes, Romania. I'm glad I got that one. Right, so Neptunus has just popped up again. We had this issue the other day where it started, where it said it was going to come in. And then when it started, it went off, and it looks like he's come back again. And we started off, I put down on my Excel sheet that that started at 40.5, that game. And as you know, anybody who looked at the last video, basically I go by the rule of 7 or rule of 8. So let's say the game did start at 40.5, if that line reached 48.5, rule of 8, because we bet on even numbers for the unders. If that game reached 48.5, we'd be betting unders on the quarter line, and for the overs it would need to go to 33.5, which is the rule of 7. So if it's an even number to start with, if you go in overs, you're looking for 7, and if you go in unders, you're looking for an even number. We started off with £100 the other night. I'm going to carry on with what I have in the account that we started with. We went 2-1 the other day, and I kept fluctuating personally when I wasn't streaming between 90 and 110, because the odds aren't that great in the quarter line betting. One loss can take you a fair bit down, and then you need to win a couple to get back up to where you were really, or making a little bit of profit. So it doesn't look like we're going to reach any sort of line in that Neptunus game, so we'll go and have a look at what the Hapoel game is. The Hapoel game is starting shortly, and as you can see here, the first quarter line is 39.5. So at 39.5, we're looking at for the line to drop to 31.5 for the overs, if we're going to bet on the overs, and we only bet on the overs if there's more than 5 minutes left in the game. And for the unders, we're going to be looking at 46.5 in that one. And the reason we do the reason we bet on the overs as an odd number is because a lot of the times in European basketball and all the nationality basketball, with the exception of the USA, they're scoring a lot more 2s than they are 3s, so we're hoping it will land on 32 or more. And if we're looking for the unders, we're hoping it doesn't go up to 47. Although the last couple of games that's why I'm down to 77 quid in the account, is because I'm losing on half a point, continuously losing on half a point, whether it's on the overs or on the unders. So 39.5 for that one. We're going to look at KK Vasac in the Serbian league. That line is starting at 42.5. So we'll go and have a look at that. The line that we need for it to be over is 35.5, and the line that we're looking for it to be under the rule of 8 is 50.5. So I'll get them all up in the tabs. So we'll be looking at Hapoel, and I don't think we're going to be looking at the I believe Lithuanian game until the second quarter. I prefer to keep it at that position on the page, so I can just flick between them like so, and the quarter total is right at the top of the page for me to just quickly have a look at. I did once accidentally have it like that, and I saw the line drop thinking it was the quarter points, but it ended up being the home team points for the second half, and it was quite a low number, and in the third quarter the team scored a load of points, and so fourth quarter I pretty much just written it off, and he scored something like 9 points, which was absolutely unreal. So that game is tipped off then in Serbia, already dropped by a point, take it to 41. Remember, in that one we're looking for 35.5 or 50.5. And is this quarter tipped off yet? We'll have a look at the Hapoel game. I believe it hasn't just yet. Still 39.5 there. Transylvania, has that got any sort of lines for us yet? First quarter total points in Transylvania will be 38.5. So we'll be looking at the rule of 7 for the overs, if we're going to go for the overs, which is 31.5, and the rule of 8 on the unders, 46.5. This shirt's really annoying me. Not going to take it off though, don't worry. This is a test shirt, football, and I'm also wearing a baseball cap. So I've gone a bit multi-sport today, and I'm betting on basketball. Always good. Right, we're going to go and have another quick look at Versace now. How's that line getting on? We're 41 points still in that one. Oh, dropped another point to 40.5. In the Versace we needed, 35.5, and it's dropped again to 39. Has the game tipped off yet in Israel? Not as of yet by the looks of things. That's the one. And it's dropped another point, 3 more points. If it drops 3 more points for us in that game, in the Versace game, then we are going to go for the overs. And a couple more points scored, so that goes back up to 40.5. Still waiting for tip-off in Hapoel in Israel. And has this got a second quarter line yet? It hasn't. So we'll go back to Versace. That seems to be the only line movement at the moment, considering one game hasn't tipped off, and we're going to be looking for second quarter on Neptunas. I said the other day that it's always wise to have some paper. I've not got any paper with me today. Instead I've got my Excel sheet. Basically all I'll do is put the home team and away team in, put the starting line for the quarter, and it tells you whether it's a 7, rule of 7 or a rule of 8, and then gives you the numbers on what you need that line to be. And the phone's ringing. back in the game. Right. Sorry about that. Still not tipped off. See, it says it's in play. It's clearly not. So it looks like we're going to have to continue waiting for that one. Have we got a second quarter line for this one yet? We might do, considering there's less than 3 minutes left. No, we don't. Always good. So as I said the other day, I'm going to be uploading this live stream. So win or lose. Win or lose. So I'm not going to. If we have a losing afternoon, I'm not going to not upload it, so you can see that we do have losing days and we have winning days. The other night we went 2 for 1. We got blown out on one game where we lost by about 4 or 5 points. Does happen. It's not a perfect system, although we do tend to win more than we lose. Although yesterday I went win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And you can get those days as well as days where you don't win at all. But I'll say overall, in my couple of months in going by this system, we've been winning more than we've lost. And this, again, it's not my system. This it is a fella who's very popular on YouTube and called KJ the Gamballer. So if you want to go and have a look at his videos, he explains things a lot more than me, a lot better than me, and he bets for a lot bigger money. But I'm just we're just going with starting with £100, just so people who are betting low can see. He bets with like $300 a bet. He's withdrawing like 60k a month. He is a pretty special gambler, and we'll look still low. So we're not going to be. How long's left? We're not going to be getting a line in that one, I don't think. Hapoel started. Right, here we go. What did the line start there? I've already forgotten. It was 39. Already dropped by 2 points. I'm looking at 31 in that one for the rule of 8. Already dropped again. Yeah, all the lines have gone now in the Serbian game. Probably just a little bit less than 4 minutes to go in that one. So it's around standard time that the bets do tend to, especially the quarter point, tend to close. Time out there. A couple of free throws being taken because the line hasn't moved. Has the line just gone up one? I believe it has. And it's gone down another one. Was it 1 free throw scored and 1 free throw missed? It must have been. You can definitely tend to tell by the way the line's going if there's been points scored, and it usually tends to go up 1 before free throws are taken, and then if none are scored it will go down, and if 1 scored it will go down. So that's what we're looking for in that, and especially with the handicap as well, handicap points, you can see where the points are being scored or not. But obviously we've got this little thing here, but the odds tend to update quicker than the little chart over here. So if this goes up by a point, you know that Hapoel whole lot have just scored. So it's alright to watch that as well, see what ways the game is going. And we are down to 34.5, up to 36. So a couple of points have just been scored, have they? Or we potentially go into a free throw, a few free throws, and there's one free throw scored. And another free throw scored, so it's gone up by 2 points in that one. A few possession changes there as well. How long's left in that? 7:22. So if there's not a couple of points scored in the next few minutes, then well, if with 5 minutes or more left, it drops a couple of points to 31, then we'll be looking at hitting the overs. It's not going to obviously reach unders at this point. Only 7 points scored, so we'd be looking at the moment for 30 points to be scored in the rest of the quarter, which I must admit I wouldn't have much hope in. Or well, who am I to predict which way it's going to go? Going back to Serbia. Have we got a line for the second quarter yet? Don't believe we have. Neptunas, second quarter line. Right, the second quarter line in Neptunas in Lithuania is 39.5. So that's actually dropped one from the first quarter line. So I'll update my Excel sheet there. If anybody's actually interested in the Excel sheet, it is quite handy. It's not state of the art. It's only got 7 boxes in it, 7 columns even. But it really does the job for me anyway. Definitely not going to get a line in that Israeli game now, because it's not going to drop by 7 points in just under a minute, or over a minute even. And the Neptunas game, we've already dropped 1 point. We are looking for 31.5 for the overs and 46.5 for the unders. I always actually prefer to bet on the unders, although obviously if the line does reach the overs, then we go for it. But I just seem to win a lot more bets on the under market. Back up to the starting line. Oh, nearly ended in tears that. Maybe I need to win a few more bets to get my phone fixed. It is an absolute disgrace. Shattered to bits. Both at the top and at the bottom. It's not good when your phone bounces off every step when you drop it down some stairs. Concrete stairs at that. First quarter in Hapoel staying at the same. 39.5 still. Starting line in Lithuania, not really moved there. Just dropped a couple earlier. Start of the quarter. Right, come on. Give us a second. Here we go. Second quarter total points. 39.5 in that one as well, which is actually dropped by 3 points. So now all the games we're looking at are 39.5, apart from the Romania game, which is yet to kick off. Or tip off. I keep saying kick off. Football fan. I must admit, I'm not the biggest basketball fan going, but if it wins me money, it wins me money. We'll actually see if the line for the Romanian games change. Yeah, it often changes pre-tip off. No, still on 38.5. No movements again. We're not looking good for even making a bet in this video so far. Well, live stream so far. Could be a waste of everybody's time. That's all we're looking for. Second quarter total points. It'd be really good if I could just automatically have a button that closes all these down and just has the quarter totals. It would be so much easier. I'd enjoy that. Betfair, do the job, lads. So that one started 39.5, it's already dropped one. How long's gone in that one so far? Less than a minute. Oh, 2 points scored, so that should go back up. Or drop. That makes sense. Points scored, line drops. Well done. Oh, back up. Right, so with betting on basketball, the line moves slower, especially the total points, than... I'm contradicting myself now because I said the opposite earlier. But on Betfair, I know that there'll be points scored and the line will stay where it is for the time being, and then a couple of seconds after the points are scored, then move, which is not helpful for when you're trying to just get that exact line to bet on. Right, so that one's moved up by 3 points. Started 39.5, so it was 2 points, but now it's just dropped back down to 1 point. I will refer to them as points, so if I'm saying up 1 point, that means I'm going up from the starting line. Down 1 point, I'm going down from the starting line. We could actually be looking at the unders for this one if they carry on scoring. What it was, Neptunas. 39, so that's not moved yet, even though there's been 8 points scored in 2 minutes 10 seconds. You'd definitely be expecting either the line to move down a little bit because there's only been 8 points scored in 2 minutes 10 seconds. The 8.5 in Serbia, that's gone back down again to the second quarter starting line. Hapoel, what's happening here? In Israel. Oh, we've still got plenty of time in that one. Have we got second quarter line yet? Not that I can see. Come back to that one in a minute. Again, back down to start. Down a point. Neptunus, 41 up 2 points from the starting line. Do need what are we after from that one? We are after for the line to reach 46.5. So it is a rule of a 7 in that one for the unders. And we're looking at a rule of 8 for the overs for it to reach the 1.5. Points scored. It looks like we could be going to some free throws. Let's have a look if we're having any FTs. Nope. That line in Serbia is now dropping though, with only 8 points scored so far in around 3 minutes, or just over 3 minutes. And in that one we are after 31.5, so for the overs, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that one. Needs to drop 4 more points. That one unfortunately looks like it's going to stay around the 39, 40, 41 mark. And we've got Transylvania coming up in 6 minutes time, and the quarter has stayed where it is in that one. So Serbia's gone back up to 36, and now we're at 5 we're after now for it to drop 5 points. I think that's probably the most likely one we've got of getting any sort of bet on in the first 25 minutes of this stream, or 35 minutes, because we started just as Neptunus had tipped off. It should be dropping a little bit more. 32, so we will be looking at over 31.5. I'll put that bet in all ready to go. The line's going to go back up because we've just had a couple of points scored. Well, that game is the most likely. We'll head over to 365 because Bet365 have a better timer on it. They actually have it down in seconds and stuff, and occasionally Betfair can be absolutely woeful with the actual live times. I've seen it jump down like 3 minutes in one go. So overview, that is the Versace game. 5 minutes 3 seconds. So, and that line has just hit, and it's gone back up. And now we're not going to make the bet because there's less than 5 minutes left in the quarter. Which is annoying. We have dropped. We're looking for another 3 in Lithuania, and that's just got another 5 minutes left in that. It's going to be under 5 minutes before that line eventually drops, if it does. Let's go over to Hapoel. First quarter's just ended. What's our line? Give us a line. People definitely think I'm referring to some sort of dodgy usage, the way I keep saying line. Give us a line. That's really infuriated me that we couldn't get the line just over 5 minutes. Because I think that one could maybe come in. They had 37 points in the first quarter, and I know quarters aren't really, you can't really go by other quarters in the game, but no real indication because different quarters are always different. What a statement. Nice of them to give us a Hapoel line, which they're not doing. But there has been 38 points scored in the game so far, so we'd be looking at 39.5, I think, going by the half market there, and that basically would be staying at 39.5 because the first quarter was 39.5. So if needs be, we'll just go by the half market for that one. So we would be looking for 69.5 or 84.5 in that one for the over and unders respectively. See what's happening in Serbia just for the giggles. We may have got away with this one. 19 points scored so far, and we were looking at 31. Over 31.5. So it would need to be another. I'm going to give up on that one. 12 points. 12 points, yeah. And the 3 points have been scored for Versace, so 22. So 10 points would have been good for a win. We'll check back with that one in a minute. It's gone back up to 77, that line. First quarter in that one. And that's too late for us to go for any sort of underbet. Transylvania started yet. We'll have a look at that one. It says it's in play. Don't believe it. We'll go back to Bet365 to have a look at that one. Nope, not yet. Oh, yes, it has. Apologies. Sorry, Betfair. So the line started at 38.5 and now it's at 40.5. So we are looking at 46.5 in that one for the underbet, and we're looking at 31.5 for the underbet. Rule of 7, rule of 8. Timeout for Mega Basket. KK Mega Basket. What a name. Back in a sec. Have some water. quarter and a change of top into an England shirt now. It's a lot less tight than the Vitesse shirt was, and I've got horrific sunburn after the couple of decent days we've had in in England. Looking at Transylvania, they scored a few points. Oh, it's dropped down again to the starting line after the early 3-pointer. We're up to 26 in Serbia, which means we would have only needed another 6. Oh, we're up to 27 points, which would have meant we were only after another 5 points in 2 minutes. But rules are rules, and more often than not, the back won't come in if you do break the rules. So it might not even come in this one, but it looks likely that it will. 2 minutes to go, 5 points needed. Alright, what's the crack in Apoel? I know we're looking for 84.5 in Apoel. Just going by the half market, because they've offered us a quarter market now. So that started probably at 38.5 in Israel. So we'd be looking for another 5 points to take it up to 46.5. To 43 now in Romania. We're looking for 46, so that needs to go up 3 more points for the underbet. 19 points in Serbia. 3 points required for a win, which would have been if we'd have got it on just in time. Again, I said this the other night on the stream as well. The reason we do Rule 7 and Rule of 8, anybody that knows basketball knows that the game goes in runs. So, not like basketball, baseball runs, not like that. So if you can have a really good start to the game, both teams scoring, lots of points, draining threes, and then for the second half of the quarter, could be completely misfiring, and the same for another quarter. You could have a really slow start like we had in Serbia, and for the second half of the quarter, smashing them in. So the game goes in runs. So that's why we're going against the line, really, is what we're doing. $31 points in Versace. We would have been looking for 32 points for the win, and I'll be really annoyed if that if we get another point in that one. With a minute 19 left as well, according to 365. What's happening in Transylvania? 41.5, and what's happening in so in Israel? So another 4 points needed in that one for the unders. As I say, when I talk about points, I'm not talking about actual game points. I'm talking about points from the line. So the line has just gone up another point. So now we're after 3 more points to take it to 46. I'm really curious about this. See, we're going to the free throw line. I can see the bet coming in here with minute 3 to go, and a lot of points have been scored in the second half. There we go. 32 points that we would have needed for the win. So as you can see, it's not been our day there, but shows you that if we had made the bet, it would have worked. So that is the rule of 8 coming in there, I believe. Or it would have been coming in Israel rule of 8, taking it down to 31.5. Really disappointing there. Doesn't look like we're going to get up 4 points in Israel. Again, disappointing. Well, we've got 6 minutes left. We'll see what happens. Free throw scored by Hapoel there. What about Hapoel, aren't they? So. And they're going to smash the other free throw. They have. That should have gone up the quarter. It has 43. A couple more points scored now in quick succession, and we could be looking at. So what I'll do is I'll put that in the bet slip ready to go, because off the line and numbers and odds in the bet slip, if you got them up, move quicker than the odds and line does on the actual page. And it's dropped to 41.5 again, which isn't great for us there. Neptunas, that is coming to the end of the quarter, so that line is gone. And Versace, see, ended 35 points in that. But as I say, rules are there not to be broken. Transylvania up to 43.5. And in that game, it looks like they're all closing the first quarter lines. So really the only one we've got at the moment that's in play for us, and it's dropped down to 40.5. So that's not going to come in 5 minutes. So basically we've had 3 halves of basketball and no bet made, which hasn't been a great start. You have to excuse me a minute, just sending a message. I can safely say that none of these are going to come in, so that's why I'm just sending this message quickly. Into the next game, because what I don't want, actually we're going to have we're looking at an hour for some Spanish games and a Turkish game. There's a lot of games on tonight. It's occasionally really, really hard to keep up with them. Pretty much impossible to keep all the games going. What we could do with is an app that tells us when the line's moved. There's got to be something out there. Some American wizards had to have come up with that previously. So the only game that we can really look at now is the Transylvania game in Romania. That should be going into the second quarter in a minute. We'll have a look if there's any. There is. Second quarter total points there. We're looking at what we started with in the last quarter, 38.5. So again, we need 31 for the rule of 7, and for the rule of 8, we're looking at 46.5. I've just been sent the link for a hot tub. So we're going to have to keep up with the Transylvania game on on 365 because we're not getting any sort of time on the games in Betfair. Well, let's have a look if there's any no, 38.5 on 365 as well. Occasionally the one out from each other. Are we interested to see if that's got 39 or 37? No, 38. So they're in sync with each other, not for a change. Where's the quarter point gone there? One second. Am I being stupid here, or did we literally just have second quarter points up? $39. So we are still looking at, I reckon it's going to be 39 points in the second quarter now. Going by that. We'll stick with 38 because that's what it came up with a minute ago. It's really annoying. Betfair, shocking when it comes to just like removing lines, but as you've just seen there, it's only just tipped off the game for the second quarter, and Betfair have already Bet365 already removed their over/under line. Let's see, now it's seeming to suspend and hopefully refresh itself for the second, giving the second quarter back. 6 points scored in just over a minute, and we'd have hoped that line would have gone rising up a little bit, but we've not got it. We can though have a look at the third quarter lines in the Lithuanian and Serbian game. So third quarter total points in Lithuania will be 37, which has dropped 2 points from the previous quarter starting line, and the Serbian one will be starting at 38.5, which has dropped 1 again from the previous quarter. So in Lithuania we're looking at in Lithuania we're looking at Neptūnas and Lietuvos, and so now we're looking at 39.5 for the rule of 8 for the overs, and for the unders looking at 44.5 in the rule of 7. That's really annoyed me. Really annoyed me. Don't need 2 Neptunuses up. We've got a third quarter line in Israel yet. We have 39.5, which is where we started in the last quarter. So, as again, looking at 31.5 and 46.5. You know what, I'm actually going to tweet Betfair. No, that's TweetDeck. Why do you spend markets just as a quarter tips off in basketball? Don't get it. Job's a good one. So now we're going to have a really, really awkward sort of... Oh, we're back in Transylvania. There we go. Second quarter total points is started for us at 38. So it's probably not even going to be worth it. And I've just tweeted at Betfair, not even angrily, just confused, but waste of time. So we're going to be just talking amongst ourselves for a minute. And hopefully Twitter, Betfair get back to us on Twitter. It'll be if we've got some basketball on AM tonight, then I'll definitely make another stream late tonight. So yeah, we have got 3 games kicking off within 1 AM. And I keep saying kicking, it's tipping off. You'll have to excuse me if I keep saying kicking. And San Lorenzo in Argentina tipping off at 2:15. So I'll definitely make a stream this evening, probably starting at about 12:55. Give us a little chance to get all the lines in. Because I think if I go through all these, it'll be a little bit of an overkill on the stream. But I will update you all later with what happened if I do end up betting on anything. Oh, tipped off in Serbia. Line's gone up 1. With Mega Basket. Going to the free throw line, which is why it's gone up by 2 points. You know what? I'm going to watch that game on 365. It's a lot better. And where are we? Versace and so 7 points scored. Up to 41 now. And in that game, we are looking at 46.5 for the rule of 8 for the unders. And foul by Mega B-Max. If we go to the line again, Versace, then no bonuses yet. Obviously, the quarter's just tipped off. So we won't be going to the line there. 40.5, need 6 points now instead of the 5. 2 points Versace, up to 9 points. There we go, up to 42.5. Back down to 41. It's very bipolar. Up to 43.5. 3 more needed. We'll wait for some points to be scored. Mega B-Max, points scored. I am going to keep flicking towards 42.5. I'm going to move 365 to there. 44.5. Come on, we're looking at our first bet of the night. 2 more needed. First free throw, so if both free throws are scored, 45.5. 1 more needed. Free throw scored. If the next free throw is scored as well, And we 46.5. We're going to have that bit of that action. And boom, first bet of the evening at 1.72. We got 46.5. Rule of 8. Now, not one bet's been made. Let's just watch it on. Oh, you actually missed the second free throw. Let's just watch it on 365. £17 points. 30 points now is a loss. 30 points in 7 minutes. Obviously very doable. There's not, though, been 47 points scored in either of the other two quarters. Both teams only. I was going to say both teams only 4 3-pointers, but we're up to 20 already with 6:42 to go. 27 points now is a loss for us. We're looking for 26 or under. With just over 6 minutes to go. Versace really needing to come back so they could start putting the pressure on. Mega B-Max. And Mega B-Max have also got a bonus now. Bonus meaning any foul Versace make from now on sends a Mega B-Max to the charity stripe. 2 points. 24, so up to 22 points. $24 or under, and 3 points scored takes up to 25 points. 21 points or less, please, in the next 5 minutes. Don't screws over here. Gonna go and have a look at the Neptunus game. That's just tipped off. Let me guess. They're not gonna give us a third quarter. Oh yes, they have. Apologies, but that's gone down to 33.5. We need 29 in that one for the bet. Always refresh when I go back to 365 because it tends to try and catch up, so you're not watching in live time if 25 points scored, 21 points or less in just less than 5 minutes. Gonna have to keep flitting back to Neptunus as well. 34, so 5 points needed there for the overs. I always hate it when the time stops for a while, because it either means something's happening in the game, such as a foul and it's going to the line, or a team just has possession and hasn't made a shot or anything like that. Well, literally nothing's happened in the game. Foul, Mega B-Max. And we are we going to the line? Doesn't look like it. And Betfair haven't got back to me yet. How rude. Poor customer service. Still looking at 21 points or under with just over 3.5 minutes. Just over 3.5 minutes to go. If we can get through this minute or so without any points being scored like we have for the last minute, we'll be happy there because we'll need 2 points. Okay. 19 or less needed now, please. Thank you. This is going to be a close one. It's going to be really, really close now. Versace have made a foul, which will now send Mega BMAX to the line. And, so the shooting foul then. Oh, just going for the extra. And 1. 87%. Oh, they've missed it. Always good. Always good for our bets. What's happening in Neptunas? The lines needs to drop by 3 for us there. It was a very long 4 seconds in that game because last time we looked at the clock it was 3:46. Oh, sorry, 3:45. That's now dropped to 3:28. So Versace is stop it with the fouls. Have we got a shooting foul or are we going to the line? What's happening? I just hate, like, there's nothing worse, especially with football as well, just watching this little animation thing. If we can get to about 3 minutes, then that means we need 7 points a minute for the loss, really. Or just less than 7 points. 6 points, 6 points a minute. And we have got to that time, so 6 points a minute needed now. Foul by BMAX takes us to the line. Let's have a look while we're waiting there. Neptunas, 34, so that's going back up steadily. We should be going to the line with Versace with a couple of free throws. No, we haven't. Not sure why that's... right, because it's after the 4th foul. So the 4th foul was given Versace a bonus, so then it comes into play from the 5th onwards. Up to 29 points now. We're going to 17 points less, sorry. We probably could be looking at 15 points less after these free throws. Versace though hitting 66% of their free throws so far, only hitting 2, and they've missed that. So they're probably going to score this one if they're going to keep up with their 50%. Oh, they've missed that one as well. So still need 17 or less in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And with both teams on a bonus, it's very doable. 2 minutes to go, 17 for the loss. 8.5 points a minute is needed for the loss. Nervous times. Should be looking okay. Mega will go to the line now. First one is scored. 8 out of 10. And we hit 9 out of 10. Oh, sorry, 9 out of 11. My maths is poor, I don't know percentages. So we're looking for less than 15 points in a minute and 15. Should, I say should, be good with this bet. Unless they just decide to start draining 3-pointers. But hope. There's the first of the 3-pointers. $36 points scored. Sorry, 34 points scored even. I say my maths is horrific. Which means less than 13 points in 36 seconds, please. 21 seconds, which we're looking good here, guys. Foul by Mega B-Max. Not sure why they're needing to foul because there's 14 points ahead. But they missed the first Versace. They're not looking very good from the free throw line. Oh, they've missed a second. Brilliant. 22 seconds left. And less than 13 points needed. For the loss. Sorry, for the win even. I think we're good. Boom! There's the win of the evening. And we would have won we would have won 2 bets if I'd have got on the Versace game in time. But that's a nice little win, £7.20 profit, I think. If it was if the bet was a $7.20. £8 profit. I'm very happy with that. 1.8 the bet there. That'll take us back up to into the 80 mark. So over an hour into the stream now. We'll look at what the where's that? Oh, fuck's sake. been interrupted by so many phone calls. Apologies, guys. So I believe in the third quarter in Hapoel we're looking at 39.5, already up 3 points. So again, we're looking for the under 46.5. Versace have done as well there. I mean, I'm not one to assume, because once you assume you make an ass out of you and me, but 10 points already scored in the first 2 minutes in the fourth quarter there. I'd be happy to say that the fourth quarter probably would have started at 40.5. So let's just say we're looking for under 48.5 or over 33.5, yeah. Smashing through some points in Serbia at the moment. I'm going to be right back, guys. I am back. Right. 6:20 left in the Serbian game. Let's see what the line has gone up. Okay. So, I think if we can get that up to 46 again, then we'd be happy to take that. Nothing happening in Hapoel. That line's gone anyway. I'm quite... Have we not got any fourth point? No. Neptunas. That's into the third quarter. Well, we're entering the fourth quarter in a minute. And the line there starting at 37.5, which is what it's been pretty much at for most of the game. Been a pretty low scoring game, that. Only 81 points scored in total. Did I even tweet that? Is that the reason I've not received a reply? Ah, right. You might get a reply now. We will be coming to the end of the stream soon. With most of the games with just 10 minutes left in them for the fourth quarter. I mean, if this game gets down to 31.5, I will be happy to go over it on the overs again. Oh no, I won't. Apologies, there's less than 5 minutes in the game left. They took us up to £85.36 our last win. Always happy with that. I'm looking at... Oh yeah, we've already gone through that. 37.5 for the Lithuanian game. I know there's some games starting soon, but as I said, I think 4 or 5 was plenty enough for this evening till. But as I say, I will keep you updated. I'll tell you what happened later when I start my 1 AM stream. So we're looking at 47.5 as well for the... No, I thought that was the... So we've already got that one. I think that line's probably gone now. No. I'm not willing to put a bet on that, and that's not going to get to 46. So we can close Versace down now. And we can concentrate on Transylvania. They're into the third quarter now, I believe. Or, no, half time, are they? Yeah, half time in Transylvania. 37.5 still. They started at 38, the last one. Adjust that, which puts us at 29.5 rule of 8 for the overs and 44.5 for the unders, rule of 7. So it looks like we're only going to have one bet on this stream for a profit of £8, which has been a waste for me and a waste for you if you're watching. Don't know where to go, don't know where to go from that one. That's just gone back up to 38. So again, after editing that, 31.5 as a rule of 7 for the overs, and 46.5 as a rule of 8 for the unders. Thanks for that, Betfair. You've been a real help. Should we have a look if you replied to me yet? That's a no. That game's actually already gone up 2 points and 3 points in the fourth quarter. We could be getting a bit closer to this. We need 44.5. I'm usually rarely bet on fourth quarters because if it's a close game, both teams get bonuses and then they're just exchanging free throws, which can really up the. There we go. Up 4 points now, is that? It is. Down a point. Now up for 5 points. I'm watching this one with great interest. Down a point. 5 needs to raise by 5 points. Couple of threes, please. Both teams. How many threes have you been getting? Oh, 4. So that's not the one I'm looking at. But we have started in Romania, so I'll keep an eye on that one. What we are looking at though is Neptunas. And they've scored a horrific amount of 3-pointers, so 4 3-pointers between them. See why the game's been so low scoring. Let's see here. Current points, fourth quarter, 8. So we'll carry on watching the game and see how that goes. And if we see a couple of points being scored, then we go over to that. Let's see how many points that line's dropped now. It's dropped another 2, so we're over to Transylvania, see how the crack is there. Third quarter, total points 38. That's where we started, so that's not been a big help. Got a free throw missed. Awesome. And another free throw. Scored. So is that gone up by a point? It's not. I'm going to keep that up, as I said earlier, moves quicker in there. So I'm actually going to do this and split the two. Don't know whether that will show up or not. Actually no, I'll take it back to what it originally was. No. Where the... Stop messing about with us, we need to see. So points have dropped in Transylvania by 5 points. We're looking at over 31 in that one as rule of 7. So another 2 points dropped will make it a good bet. It's gone up. May as well get onto that one then, really. What's that drop to? 34.5 on that one. 35.5 on Betfair. Oh, that should have made the line drop there. 34. So let's just keep that open. Ready to put a bet on if we get it. Another shot missed as that made the line drop. 33. We need 31. Shot missed again. 31. Have we got 31? No, not on Betfair. We haven't. On 365 we did. 32 though. 6:33 left. I'm raring to go here. Give me the line. 2 points down. That would have got in. Absolutely got in. Because it's probably going to be too late now to go for the overs. How long is left? 5:53. 9 points scored. Will he really make another 22, 23 points if it does get down to 31 anyway? How long is left? 5:27. I really don't know, and I will kick myself over this, but we're not going to make the bet, and I'm going to remove that. I'll be looking at 32. But this is to try and keep my winning record for the day going. Watch them sink these 2 free throws now to take it up to 11 points. Should we watch this one till the end and then end the stream there? Just this quarter. I hope I didn't make the wrong decision by not putting the bet on. £13 would have only needed another 19 points for the win. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't put that bet on, guys. So even if it does reach, you still need to be sort of need to be able to read the game a little bit. And they've only actually gone over the points we would have needed. Hang on, no, they made 34 points in the last quarter and 39 points in the one previous to that. But it started off a lot slower than we should have been looking at, really. Missed a free throw there. Are they going to score the next one? Yeah, they have. So it takes up to 14 points, which doesn't fill me with confidence that the best would have come in. I will literally kick myself, though, if it does come in. We are up though, 4 points in Neptunas. And Neptunas, we're looking for 44.5. So another 3 points, please, and we could put that bet on. And the unders is favourites now in the bookie, which means there's not been a point scored in a while. It's a foul. We'll come back to that one in a minute or two. Go to Neptunas. If they smash both of these free throws, we could be looking at 42. Which, although is not what we need, it's still better than dropping. And he missed the first one, which not affected the line yet. If they do score this one, no. We could be up to 42.5. And if they missed... And they've missed that one as well, so... probably going to end the line in a minute. We'll go back and have a look at how Transylvania are getting on. And that's now gone to 21 points. And 11 points in 3 minutes is very, very doable. Three points. 3 points. You know what, guys, something has actually come up, so I'm going to end the stream there until tonight. I'll let you know how we got on with the R7 games and things like that, but for now I will have to go, unfortunately, so see you later.